The next section we will complete is Part 2, Organization and Experience Statement. From the Application Summary screen, select Edit on the right-hand side of your screen in Part 2. The new screen will display. Under Contractor Information, review your organization's number of years in business. Review your organization's number of years of experience in highway construction. Read the statement on the screen and select your organization's SSPC certification status. You can click the drop-down arrow. There's 4 options. We selected QPI 1 certified. On the right-hand side of the screen, review your resident agent information. Make sure the email address is filled in. And then answer the question on the left-hand side of the screen. Are there any changes to Part 2, Organization and Experience, since the approval of the previous pre-qualification application? You can click the down arrow to select yes or no. If you select yes, you must re-answer the compliance questions and the additional questions at the bottom of the screen. If you answer no, you do not need to answer the questions again and can go to the construction experience of key employees and add any new employees. If you answered yes, scroll to the compliance questions and re-answer all of the questions. Answer the 10 questions by selecting the drop-down arrow and picking yes or no. If you answered yes to any of the compliance questions, you will need to add more information. You can click the Add, Edit, and Response box, but we will wait to do that after we have filled out all of the required fields. If you answered yes, you will also have to answer the additional questions at the end of the screen. Read the 2 questions, and if they apply to your company, type your answer in the box. If they do not apply to your company, you can type NA. Click Save to save all of your information. The information was saved successfully. Go back to your compliance questions. Any question that you answered yes to, you would have to add a response. So for the first question, we answered yes. So click Add Response. The new screen opens. Enter the project name. Enter the date of failure and a reason. Once all of the information is entered, you can select Save. And you'll see under the response section, it is now listed. You can select back to go back to your previous screen. Check your compliance questions to make sure there are no other questions that you answered yes to. Once all of the questions have been answered, you can slide to the top of the screen. You will notice that after some of the headings, there is a blue circle with an eye in the center. Hover over the circle and read the information before filling out that section. So the Construction Experience of Key Employees section has a blue circle. If you hover over the circle, they are looking for you to list the construction experience of the officers and management personnel, including superintendents of your organization. If you have added any new employees that would fall in these categories, you will need to add the employee. To add the employee, click Add Employee on the right-hand side. The new screen opens up. You will enter first name, last name. From the drop-down menu, pick the employee's title, years of experience, type of construction work, and experience position. I added Tara Smiley, so this is what it would look like whenever it is finished. At the top of the screen, you can click Save to make sure the information was saved successfully. If you have another employee to enter, you can click Save and New. And if one of your employees is showing on the screen and they are no longer an employee, you could select Delete if you needed to. So we know the information was saved, so we're going to click Save and Exit to go back to our previous screen. Sometimes in ECMS, you will go back one screen too many. So if that happens, you can select Edit Again, and it'll take you right back into the part that you were in. So we were in Part 2, Organization and Experience Statement. So for the last section, the affiliates and subsidiaries, if you need to add new information here, you can click Add. And for the affiliated organization, you can type in the business name, or for the subsidiary, you can click the magnifying glass and pick a subsidiary from the list. Once you have finished answering all of the questions and reviewing all of your information, select Save at the top of your screen, and then select Validate to make sure we're not missing any information that needs to be added. So it tells us that the QP1 certificate document is required. So we will slide down to the bottom of the screen under the Attachment section. Under Document Type on the right-hand side of your screen, click the down arrow and click QP1 Certificate. Add the attachment title, add the description, click Choose File, find your file in your list of files, click Open, and you'll see your file is now on the screen. Select Save at the top of the screen to save your information. So you'll see the information was saved successfully. So we will click Validate one more time to see if there's any more information that we need to add for Part 2. The validation completed successfully, so there are no more documents to attach. We can go ahead and click Back, and we will return to the application summary screen. We will start Part 3 next.